wait.
I wish I had seconds. All right, so we're gonna open this meeting. Roll call
Here.
here. Okay, so approving of past meeting minutes.
You need to read them since Joy's not here.
Sure.
All right, this meeting minutes are from October 7th, 2025. Meeting was here at the Wayne Township Government Center. All board members and the trustee as well as legal counsel were present. We approved the September 23rd, 2025 meeting minutes. Dustin motion to approve, Megan second. There was no old business, new business, budget adoption. Opened it up for public comment at 6:34. No comments were received. Dustin motioned to approve the budget adoption as presented. Megan seconded. Motion carried. Max Levy appealed. The trustee presented the paperwork. Board approved and was signed. Upcoming meetings was for today, January 6, 2026, and we were adjourned at 6:37 p.m.
I guarantee you do that fast. Sign that one, that way you can go.
So our motion to approve the meeting minutes is read.
Second,
Who's writing this down? Because Joy's not here.
I was gonna write it down.
Well, I was about to too, but since you got it, I'll let you.
Okay, we have no old business. New business, election of officers.
You guys remember your rotation?
Yep,
Yeah, it moves
but
this
I
way.
need to open it up for comments. So does it,
Well,
before new business?
So do we have to open the floor to comments?
yeah, we don't have it here, so we don't have it then.
Okay, all right, election of officers.
Standard rotation.
Standard rotation.
So that's
You're the
me,
president.
chairman, what is it, president or chairman? I never can remember.
I think it's,
It's board chair.
I think board chair, I think.
There
Board
we
chair.
go, board chair.
And that would, okay.
I
So
think it's, I think it's referenced as multiple things in different
All
paperwork.
right, so I'll motion that Dustin is board chair, that Joy becomes the finance
Treasurer.
not treasurer, it's
Finance.
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 So, yeah, and Megan is secretary. And that's my motion.
Second,
Motion approved. So now I take over the meeting, right? Now that I'm now the president for the chairman for 2026. I'm asking, I was asking, is that correct? I thought, I mean, we do this
Yes.
once a year, you'd think I'd
that's
learn.
why I was taking the notes.
Yeah. All right, so we will review the 2026 policy.
Okay, so Monica and I were talking and just at the beginning of every year, just sign the policies. And then I was just talking with Ann, we can sign them now. And then next time, if nothing changes, just put essentially like a title page saying all policies, again, were reviewed and accepted. If we don't make any, and these are the same policies we all signed last year.
Yeah.
So next year, she would just give you a page that you're approving all the policies in the manual, and it would just be a list of the policies. And if there's one that changes all policies
Takes
in
that.
the manual,
I
accepting
can sign every one
this
of them.
updated policy, and that way you don't have to sign 6 of them or 10 of them every
For
year.
minutes, we have, what are the policies just? for this
Policies
year?
are the personnel policy, the credit use policy, credit card use policy, travel policy, we've never done before. State Board of Accounts recommends we do it. I mean, I don't even claim the 49 cents a mile, so probably will never be used, but they recommend you have one. This one is the internal controls policy, which is the same as what we did last time. And this one is the capital assets policy, just saying, anything over $5,000 we put on our capital assets thing.
So nothing controversial or exciting.
No, not at all. Like I said, everything was the same as last year. You just sign yes or no on that one.
Do we motion the?
Actually, you can move approval of them as
That's
a
a group.
group.
Okay.
If you wish to.
Do that. I'll call for a motion. So this is where you make a motion to approve all of them as a group.
I make a motion to approve all of them.
I will second that motion. So now we can just sign all of them.
This is six.
Put the sign one up there.
Six. Six. Yeah. Yeah. And then. It's the same as that one. This is just the salary resolution. If you guys want to discuss raises or anything, that would happen before the next budget.
Right.
But since it's in the budget, my salary, you guys' salary, and Monica's is per hour.
Okay.
So everything's the same as it has been.
I gave Monica a raise, but other than that, yeah.
But that, we knew that going
We
into the
budgeted
budget.
that.
Oh, yes, we budgeted that. Oh, totally.
And are these in that motion? Would this be a part of
No,
that?
this is a new matter.
Okay,
So you need.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
okay, thank you.
Sorry.
So I'll make the motion that we approve the salaries.
I second.
All right, and then we have the fire contract, which nothing's changed from last year. We changed the amount they were paid last year. We actually have, Lapel is going to, and that's, I think, part of the reason Brian was gonna come, was to sign it. Ron, the fire chief, has retired. He retired from Noblesville last year. Year and a half ago, I think. And so he has retired from here also now too.
Okay.
So, they had their meeting, the fire department, and so Brian's the fire chief.
Okay.
There he is, look, his
Speak
ears
his
were
name
burning.
and he shows up.
Just tell him about Ron's retirement.
So who's our new assistant?
So we do not currently have an assistant.
Okay.
Ron retiring essentially, did that happen, what, in November that he desiring?
Yeah.
So
So we'll be working towards that.
probably,
Okay.
I mean, for the last 3 years, Ron was off most of the time sick, so Brian's been running the department anyway, and.
Well, that's why I'm sure he'd love to have a backup at this point. That's why I was asking.
But it's the same contract we had last year, just with date changes.
Okay.
So,
Do we have to update any numbers for insurance or anything?
no, because we'd had, next year, we probably, insurance, I think, will go up beyond this, but right now, we're still under that cap. Because I just paid that bill actually
Then
yesterday.
I'll make a motion to approve contract as presented.
I second.
And then that is just like, he and I signed that one, and then we have to put when the board approved it. So if you want.
Okay, so we're done.
You can let Brian sign it now.
I need to get the entire officer report. Oh, wait.
like it. Thank you.
Make sure you notice.
Oh, I did, thank you.
We did not do these as part of those.
No,
Sir?
They're not on the list.
no,
So is that a part of it?
I don't think so. Because it's like, payment.
So yeah, we have a salary or not.
We don't. This isn't a part of the
nepotism.
meeting.
That's nepotism. Is that what that is?
Yes.
But is it or is it
Did we
not
need to
part of the
approve
meeting?
these and sign them?
That's part of the policies. Did I not
So
put that
that's
one out
already
there?
been- They were sitting over here,
Oh,
so,
okay.
okay, so we need to go ahead and sign these. then.
So
Yes.
what that is doing is acknowledging you understand what a relative is
Got it?
and that essentially that none of us are going to break the nepotism policy for hiring a relative or for contracting. One of those is for hiring and the other is for contracting. And then in your own private little stash is another one that Megan already signed, which is saying that you did not break the nepotism policy. Not sure how they could since they don't hire or contract, but I have to sign one. And you guys all have to sign one. And I was like, we have to sign 3 times for nepotism? I think it's kind of silly.
Just to make it crystal
That's
clear.
right.
Oh, there's still somebody that's gonna miss
Not from this board.
All right, so then there's that. And then the only other thing is I did want to let you know, our budget was approved. Actually, they just emailed us. Did you see the email came Sunday morning?
Yes.
I couldn't believe how late it was. Our budget was approved and they approved us when we applied for the 3-year levy increase, they approved it with modification, which means that they've approved us to get an additional $6,779 in 2026. And then they're anticipating the assessed value will go up enough that from 2027 and on, we're gonna get $3,264 additional for township assistance, which will be essentially maybe 3 rents.
Which you may need to do another appeal. But the good news is, for 1 year.
Yeah, for 1 year, we got the 6, yeah.
What was it, 6,000?
The first year is $6,779. That will be for 2026. And every year after is $3,246. And it says it is a permanent increase and does not include an increase in maximum levy growth portion. So
And that's for 2 years after.
So this is for 2026 and this is for every year after. I assume when it says this is a permanent increase, that would be every year. All right, the other one, I think that was something I had to sign. Yeah, that's okay. I wanted to let you know about the Interspiro, the air packs.
Oh,
Yes.
So we were able to, nothing is official, we've received nothing from Noblesville yet in formal, but, for us trading them 5 years of storing this is what we think, this is what they've offered, but we've seen nothing in writing. If we let them store their backup engine for 5 years in the winter, I assume this is when they're doing their toy and food drive. Is that what understanding you got, or?
I don't know what their definition of winter is.
Okay,
I'm assuming below freezing weather, but again,
okay. That they will just give us their backup or the Interspiro equipment, and we don't have to pay for it.
So where do they want to store it? Do they want to store it inside?
In our
it's in the bay out
It's in there
there now.
now.
Oh,
They asked if we could store it for their food and toy drive, so we let them do
Yeah.
that. And so what they've asked is if they can store it during the winter.
And what vehicle was from?
I think it's their backup engine.
Yeah, it's one of their backup engines.
So, And I don't know if you remember, well, I know I told Dustin, I don't know if I told you, Megan, the quote we got to buy all new equipment was $185,000. So it's a pretty good deal. But we do have to wait. They have all the paperwork apparently right now with their legal. And I'll send it to you as soon as I get anything.
Do they have it with Noblesville's in-house legal? or-
Okay, so this is, I sent asking them what they were doing. And he said, Murray Dixon is the guy we're dealing with there. I sent a preliminary resolution along with attached equipment list to the chief. He sent it up through city legal to the council. I don't anticipate any issues with the city, but we can speak with them. He says, I don't know what the process is, nor do I have a good understanding.
Yeah. So we might have to-
He's a fireman and he sent it up through legal.
I can
So,
follow too.
okay,
They have an in-house attorney and an attorney.
Okay.
They use outside for their legal.
so, but it's a pretty good deal. It's gonna save us a lot of money. And they're willing to do, what do they call the interlocal agreement
Yeah, yes.
to work on, they have 3 techs,
Mhm.
is that right? That are certified to work on this equipment. So their techs are gonna have to get new certification on their new equipment, but they're willing to do an interlocal agreement to work on our equipment when needed.
And are they preparing that agreement?
Once it's approved, that's my understanding that they were going to present it from their legal department to us, is what I got.
Okay, because one part of their legal department is faster than the other, so.
Okay.
Just checking.
And so will the interlocal be a 5-year deal too? Is that what we're thinking?
I think the interlocal will just be an ongoing thing. Is how to, I don't know how, I've never signed one.
Interlocals are supposed to have a time
Okay.
frame.
Well, it would probably be through then, whatever our lifespan of the Interspira will be, which is gonna be, is it 6 years, 7 years? Where we're hoping,
Yeah, I was gonna say probably between 7 and 10, I think,
okay,
so. Because the newer packs and the newer bottles should all fall under their first cycle, so you should still get 3 cycles out of them.
any questions beyond that, you have to ask them.
I'm formulating one in my head here, but he's kind of just answering.
So that, I mean, it's an amazing deal for us if we can get 10 years out of this equipment without having to put that expenditure out there. And we're very grateful that
Right,
Noblesville's
no.
willing to do it.
It will
Right.
cost us, it will cost us service and parts.
Sure, no, I have no problem with that part of it.
Yeah, that's what it'll
I'm
cost.
thinking 10 years from now
Yeah.
or less on what we're gonna, when and what we're gonna do then,
It-
is what I'm
Yeah,
rolling over in my head here.
that'll all have to be replaced, so at some point, we're going to have to buy all new packs and bottles and everything again.
So here's my question. Does it have to be I'm assuming this is the air tanks you wear on your back when you go in a fire?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Does everybody have to have the same one? Or
Yes.
you can't do like,
Does-
split
define-
this over a couple years where we do half the people
The,
2 years and then
what
2
you
years?
run into is everything has a life cycle.
Sure,
So if you buy, say 5, you buy five, over 4 years, you buy 5 apiece, we have 20 packs and 40 bottles. That first 5 that you bought will expire obviously ahead of everything else.
right.
So now 10 years from now, you're gonna have to start replacing everything 5, 5, and 5 again.
Sure.
Because they-
And we
they'll
don't
last
want to
for-
mix brands. I think that's, is
Well,
that,
it's twofold. You don't want to mix brands, but also, I mean, to me, it's easier to budget 5 every year than,
I was gonna say, he's looking at it money wise.
Right.
yes.
So you spend, 50,000 instead of
Yeah,
100,000,
if we
Right.
do,
25,000 one
So-
year, 25.
Yes, it can be done, and yes, it just has to be tracked and the services need to be maintained. And then once they reach their date, they just need to be replaced.
sure.
So yes, you can do that as long as you stick with the same, and I don't want to say, you may not have to stick with the same packs per se, but you have to stick with the same setups. So the same brand, if you will.
Which that's where we get into a pickle, because this company doesn't deal anymore. And so what would be the best way then? Would we need to, I see what you're saying now, to phase in a new one, but then you have two brands going.
Well, and that would be the bigger issue is that first time that we do it, if we switch or when we'd switch, we would have to buy the bulk pack that first time. And then after that, you could start parting and piecing into that same brand because we can't buy this brand anymore.
Sure, yeah. no,
So that was the
So
biggest
we
issue.
could
with it.
like do a minimum purchase of just what we needed and then do another purchase.
So this is something we need to think.
We need to
This
think
is our
of it.
fix, this is, I don't want to call it a Band-Aid because it's more than a Band-Aid. But this is our short-term solution and we need to start working on a long-term
Yeah.
solution now. Am I understanding you right?
Yeah, this will get us the next 10 years.
Well, I mean, a couple $100,000, it ain't gonna be cheaper in 10 years. If
No.
it's 185,
I was gonna say.
I don't know much, but I do know that.
And I mean, obviously, anything fire service, emergency service related is as soon as you put fire in front of it or emergency service in front of it, it automatically increases the price tag. So,
So, I mean, that's why I want to
We will
start
be
budgeting and
budgeting
buying
for it, yeah.
within a year or two, even if we're gonna get 10 out of that. So that's why I'm asking the question.
Yeah, and then the other thing just to think about is you risk buying portions, and then if something like what just happened, that company goes out, you have to now rebuy. So it's just,
But that could happen if you buy it all at once too.
I know, but at least you have it, and
like I
it
said,
can be
the
serviced versus,
big part of that would be, again, the integration of two different pack types. Because you have to have bottles for each pack because they aren't interchangeable.
Right.
And you have to have masks for each pack. So, because again, they're not interchangeable. So each brand has their own type of mask setups. So once you get, let's just say if we got 10 packs, that 10 packs would be enough to be on your first out apparatus. But it wouldn't cover us for any additional trainings or anything like that. So the other packs would have to be used for training and things like that. And then those 10 packs, the guys would have to know that those 10 packs stay on the apparatus. So that's where, again,
So I
the big
think the
expensive.
first time we might just need to do one big buy.
Yeah. Or like I said, just 10 packs one year, 10 packs the next year, and then you could split it out after that. But your first,
Well, even
Change.
if we divide it in half over
Right.
1 or 2 years,
Yeah.
that's a big deal.
but your first big change is going to have to be close together, just because you can't operate on two different pack systems.
Right, no, I understand, okay. So that's something we need to look at here in the future. Okay. Since we've got representatives here, any update on the 501c3 and moving forward to where we?
When I talked to the state about that, we are a C4. We're a C4, and I've applied for permission to switch it to a 3, but they said that's usually reserved for certain organizations, and we don't qualify as a 3. I don't understand but we're a C3 or a C4.
Which is 501c3.
So
So what does that mean for us when we do a fundraiser?
So did you talk to the state about whether they would let you do charitable gaming?
we've been approved for the gaming license. All I have to do is give them dates of when we want to hold the events.
Okay, that's the update I'm looking for.
Nice.
That's what he wanted.
Okay, yeah, no.
I should have led with that, sorry.
Yes, I actually have the letter on my desktop, and we are cleared for gaming, we are approved. There's two different applications. You can do a single event per year, or you can do a multiple event per year, and we just need to figure out which one we're doing. If it's a single event, it has to have the dates of the event on the application, and if it's a multiple event, then it's just open. The difference is whatever you make off of that license is what bases your renewal fee for the following year. So if we have the open gaming and we do a whole bunch of stuff, whatever we make off of that gaming license is what we're going to pay say 10%. I don't know, I'm guessing.
Premium according.
Yeah, we're going to pay a premium on whichever event we do.
Which one we should do? Long term?
Uh,
I mean, the single use makes sense for right now, but if it's not the long play,
We could always
Can you
change it.
switch it, or is it you have to do one or the other?
When you apply for the event for the year, it's my understanding that now we can apply for a single time event and then after that apply for
That's what
an open one, I think.
Okay.
okay.
But if we apply for the open one to begin with, then it's open. So,
Okay.
Okay. So
and even if we only do the one event, we still aren't costing us anything. Does that make sense?
Okay. The first time, is it kind of the same cost, whether it's a one
Yes.
event or, okay,
Yes. So the initial application was a set fee and then everything, your renewals after that is based off of what you make off the license.
Gotcha.
okay.
So what is the next step we need to get with one of these?
We need to pick a date and put everything in motion.
Get
Well,
it
we need
done.
to,
Yes.
these people that do the, whatever that's called, gun rifle.
Yeah,
gun
yeah.
auction, we need to find their availability, right? Before we pick a date.
I talked to one dealer and they said that all we have to do is give them the price range of guns that we want to work with and 30 days to accumulate everything. So they're pretty quick about it. They're getting their turnaround. Like I said, we just need to figure out what range we want to work in, what types of stuff we're looking for, and then we just need to start putting it together.
So how do we sit down and have a meeting to start organization, something like that? Does that have to be like this, open to the public, or can we have some kind of organizational meeting that, just for this event, to start sitting down and planning the event?
So you can appoint one person from your board, which would not be a majority,
Gotcha.
to be a representative.
And so it'd be like, if I was elected, it'd be me and the trustee, and then,
Alex, I nominate Dustin.
that's not, I don't think you can do that.
I
It's not
nominate
on the agenda. You don't have a second.
You can second. You can second.
I could.
But he won't.
Can we do that even though it's not on the agenda?
You can move to amend the agenda
Okay. I just want to make sure we're doing it right. 'Cause we are-
to add an organizational item along with nomination of officers to add committees.
I will move that we do what she just said.
A second. I also nominate Dustin Hyde to lead that.
I will second that committee. I'll second the motion to lead that committee. That's all I had. They were here, so I thought I'd ask.
There's no go back, but over that, so I think I can.
All right, anything else?
I'm good.
Seems like we should adjourn the meeting.
I will motion to adjourn.
Second at
6:58.
6:58. Take a picture of this just in case something happens to it.
So now you can turn off the video.
Oh, yeah.